Hello and welcome back to the second part of 2025's Praxies. I'm David, my pronouns are he and him.
I'm Jamie, he, him. Loudest snacks I could find.
I'm Rob, my pronouns are he and him.
And I'm Alistair, my pronouns are also he and him. And I have a can of Coke Zero.
I have a glass of water, sparkling.
Nice.
I don't know why I say it like I should just be taken out back and shot. Just all yell at me.
Me whenever I open my mouth.
Anyway, speaking of people who open their mouth, time for the Bobby Pesto Memorial Award for Noticing.
Yes, our traditional award for the great and good of fearless British journalism. That thing that is real.
So, the nominees for this category are Ian Dunt, Lewis Goodall, Stephen Bush, and Jonathan Friedland.
Ah, powerhouse.
I love
British journalism
all of
around.
these. Yeah, titans of the industry.
Nightmare cunt rotation.
Sorry. Just doing a moving tribute to George W. Bush over here.
What? Avoiding shoes?
By not like doing 9/11. Yeah, so first up of these was fucking Ian Dunt. Everyone fucking remembers, you know what I mean, how much of an incredible Labour cheerleader / Corbyn hater he was. Because of the Brexit, you see, Corbyn did the Brexit and so on.
Yeah,
and
he did.
So forth,
He really did.
And, you know what I mean? Anyway, this year, old Dunty has been like fucking noticing that Labour are shit at an alarming rate. He won't hear of it though if you suggest that maybe everyone told him this before the election. It was just, you know what I mean, presumably just lucky guesses on behalf of the entire left. But one thing I saw as well,
thousands of posters rolling, all rolling double sixes all the time.
Yeah. One thing I saw from him just the other day was that he was commenting on, you know, Robin Ince has resigned from the BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunt was posting in support of Ince and saying how, you know, how like tragic, saying how like depressing it was that it had to come to this, and like the BBC won't have any talent left before long and everything. And it's like, I welcome that, like, you know, Dunt is on the right side of this issue, and it's, you know, a bold sort of change of affairs from when he like complained about cancel culture when Ubisoft took his mate out of that fucking Watch Dogs game for being a transphobe.
Helen Lewis.
Yeah, because back then cancel culture was bad, you see, and people like should be allowed to just like fucking be as transphobic and as bigoted as they want. But now it's bad, because again, like everything's changed now. You see, Labour are in charge, so everything should go back to 1997, and it hasn't, and that's confused and scared poor Ian Dunt.
To be fair, like fucking him and groundhog squirrels have like a lot in common with that shit. Like they just fucking easily spooked little creatures they are.
Yeah. But yeah, so like the whole year he's just been like, well, I don't understand why Labour aren't doing this, and instead of doing that, they're doing the bad thing when they should be doing the good thing. And it's like, it's almost as if they want to do the bad thing, you fucking helmet. Some of his hits, like from February, what you are seeing this morning over the refugee decision is... Did I say that right? That didn't sound right coming out of my head.
That didn't sound right.
What you are seeing this morning over the refugee decision is Labour alienating and offending its remaining Liberal supporters without bringing any new voters on side. So the same as they'd been doing since 2020.
Yeah, the whole point of the
it's
project was to see how much literal feces they could make you eat, Ian.
But he genuinely believed the centrist like fucking wank about how, well, they're just pretending to be racist so that they'll win in a landslide, and then they'll do all the good stuff, and then all the racists will be like, oh, boy, you sure tricked us there. But it turns out, actually, we like having means-tested public services so much, we're going to let it slide. And that didn't happen. So it turns out they actually were just doing the racism sincerely and unironically. So rip Ian Dunt, wallet inspected yet again. From May, incredibly depressing day. I've spent my entire life being told by British governments how dreadful immigration is. New Labour did it, the Coalition, the Brexiters, now Starmer. All of them accusing the ones who came before them of failing to clamp down. The same old vacant, mean-spirited bollocks, which, again, you were in favour of until the middle of last year when something happened. Yeah, and then obviously, but he's not all about just laments. He does have, calls to action.
Oh, good.
I cannot.
This will be
state,
fucking something.
Oh, are we about to get to vote on something?
I cannot state this strongly enough. If you're upset about the way this government is treating trans people and immigrants, and you have a Labour MP, for God's sake, write to them. Oh. There you go. The evil is defeated forever.
You are the Socialist Campaign Group, and I claim my £5.
I mean, this guy is like the mark. He is the guy that Labour have basically been building their entire electoral coalition around, in the sense of he has nowhere else to go. Like, he is that guy.
Yeah. You know when people like fucking jerk their thumb over the shoulder and go like, this fucking guy, Ian Dunt is the platonic ideal. Like,
it's almost as if the fucking managerial guy who was like the new liberal hope, who actually rode to power in the Labour Party on a wave of like fucking reactionaries shitting themselves and trying to fly the plane into the building for half a decade, doesn't have your interests at heart. Who could have understood that this was the case? And once again, you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you rube, you fucking clown. And it's also like, because he's such an emblem for this class of sort of like Romaniac, just utter gullible dipshits, it's like he won't suffer any consequences for this, neither for being wrong, now for being vaguely right. He'll just sort of continue to waft along on a, cloud made of farts, because it doesn't matter, because this guy is just in there now.
I love the media ecosystem that we have. It's so good and sustainable.
Unbelievable fucking prick. Just.
Well, should we talk about Lewis Goodall for a bit?
Why not? Must we? The fucking boy wonder. The fucking. Oh.
Yeah, it's so annoying that like every like established guy who's been writing a column in the fucking Observer for 4,000 years is like, this Wunderkind has taken journalism by storm these past 10 years. I mean, Lewis Goodall's been on a bit of a journey this year. I had a look at his Substack because he's made a few interesting posts on there. I'm just gonna read these out in order and see what you guys make of it, really. So this one's from January 2025. Keir Starmer has had his best moment since taking office in July. The cynical among you might say there's not much competition, but that would be to underplay the strength and not inconsiderable. That was a poorly formatted sentence. Political skill he displayed in his first speech of 2025. This was in response to Keir Starmer's speech about far right threats to Jess Phillips. How has Keir Starmer handled the far right since then, Lewis? I wonder.
Yeah, how's that going for you, fucking dipshit?
He has written vociferously over this year. I've got another excerpt from his Substack from May for you. There is solitary comfort for Labour MPs right now. However poorly in any particular area they might believe their government is doing, there is time for them to do better. Except, as one Labour parliamentarian ruefully whispered to me the other day, there is less time than ministers seem to think. Nearly 1/5 of their mandate, 1 day in 5 we've got, has already expired. That first fifth should have been, on paper, some of the most productive of the entire parliamentary term, though some laudable, file image not found, laudable things have been achieved. It has neither been as productive nor as politically smooth as Keir Starmer might have hoped. I mean, like, what fucking victories he is talking about that I literally do not know. Are we talking about booting out left wing MPs
Anderson?
over the two?
Oh shit, no.
I think this is just before that actually. But yeah, from May, what achievements those might be, like, is left as an exercise to the reader, I guess.
Yeah, I
don't even know if he knows what they are.
It's just constant wishful
It's the
thinking.
JPEG.
It's just constant.
It's the JPEG.
Yeah.
Deep, fucking deep. Just.
He's probably counting it as like a huge achievement that when like Musk said like that fucking, you know what I mean, some shit about like Britain's just a fucking lawless Sharia no-go wasteland. And Starmer like got up to a fucking lectern and went, no it isn't. Do you know what I mean? And then this guy was like fucking just like cheering.
Yeah. This is the day that Keir Starmer truly became a statesman.
Yeah.
I've got another Substack extract for you. This one's from October. The Starmer leadership has often excelled on tactics. Again, file image not found, and performed poorly on strategy. Yeah, okay, fine.
Oh my god, you fucking buffoon! What?
It is a
What do you
political
mean?
project
Just
which
just be specific. This is just like, you know, this football
he
team
narrates
is
it in a
really
little
good
bit.
at.
Which has propelled itself.
Analogy, just kill me.
Which has propelled itself on the sugar rushes that tactical wins can provide, but lacks the stodgy nourishment of strategic intent. I've written much before about the lack of strategic comms and clarity of message, but most important of all is the lack of strategy at all. Again, very well written.
Do you know what? I really, it's weird that we're going back to like fucking, you know what I mean, FIFA commentary in like 2 episodes in a row, but this genuinely reminds me of like one of the first FIFA games on PlayStation. There was like some just really vague, nondescript like fucking patter for the commentators to put out, because obviously the game didn't know what was going on. Do you know what I mean? And they would say shit like, "Oh, play like that is just meat and veg for the keeper." Do you know what I mean? And stuff like this. And it's like, this is literally what like this fucking prick is just getting paid to put on Substack.
He also had an article from this month, December 2025, in the New Statesman, which was titled, Keir Starmer must control the conversation. How can this inoffensive man have become so viscerally loathed? Which is an extraordinary title for a British Prime Minister to have, 16 months after they were elected. And here's one little snippet from that. Labour came to office by default.
Briefly, before we do this, I've just noticed that his Substack is called Good All and Good Luck.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I
was trying to spare you from that. Labour came to office by default, just like Starmer, after endless opposition and little renewal. It governs on instinct and old reflexes, as if expelling the Tories were enough. The party never won or fought any argument beyond the idea that the Tories were bad, and it is paying the price for that. So, like, he's got half of it in that the Tories are bad, we are going to do being Tories better, but it also just ignoring, essentially...
It's just fucking empty platitudes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you could get ChatGPT to do this job. We found the one guy who was at risk.
Yeah, I mean,
just
he doesn't...
You feed an AI all of Lewis Goodall's columns, and even that, like, you know, deformed machines, like, starts screaming.
Yeah.
Also
poison the data set cannot digest.
He also says in another part of the article, Keir Starmer, like Hoover, came to office well qualified for this country's highest office. Yet both proved or are proving failures within their first 18 months of office. Need I remind you that Keir Starmer had been an MP for around 5 years when he was made Labour leader? This guy was eminently not qualified in any way, shape or form to be Labour leader, let alone fucking Prime Minister, considering he was elected Labour leader, which Lewis should well fucking know, on the back of a pack of lies. And,
didn't he spend most of that 5 years as an MP in the Labour Party trying to destroy the Labour Party?
Yeah. But have you
I
considered...
feel that puts him in good stead to lead the Labour Party.
Have you considered, though, nice hair?
I mean, the thing about Lewis... The thing about Lewis Goodall, and we'll get into the newsagents more broadly later, but he is so blinkered by neoliberalism. Neoliberalist realism is alive and well in Lewis Goodall and to an extent the rest of the fucking newsagents. He cannot view the world in anything other than those neoliberal terms, like Keir Starmer being like a managerial fucking lawyer, whatever, all this horse shit that doesn't really mean anything in terms of politics that matter. No wonder this fucking guy can't maintain any semblance of I fucking hate using this word, authority within his own party, because he's a fucking damp squib. He is nothing. He has no political instincts of anything beyond stepping on every single fucking reg that he can find. And that's evident. And what would you expect from a guy who's been in Parliament for literally as of this year about a decade? It's no fucking time at all.
And I genuinely, the worst part of all this is we will never be short of Lewis Goodall. That fucking little twerp will just be around forever to give the same bland bullshit.
I mean, he's a product of the environment, the media environment that we live in, right? He is the goodest boy who leaves an apple on his fucking editor's desk,
Yeah, just so useless. Just you have this career, just do something with it, anything, instead of just this bland fucking wallpaper paste shit. Goodall and good luck. Fuck my life.
Goodall and go fuck yourself.
God.
Okay, next up, Stephen Bush. So, this comes with a slight caveat. The caveat is I thought Rob still had an FT subscription, so I'd be able to find all this stuff, but unfortunately he doesn't. So.
No, I had to cancel it
so
for a bit. Sorry.
I have fucked up the homework here a little bit. All I could find was some Blue Sky posts from him, because unfortunately he does post on Blue Sky.
He posts a lot as well.
I just want to say I think you've done a bang up job, and nobody should criticise you for the effort you've put in.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that, and I might remember it. So on the budget and the leak and everything else, and how people were busy talking about the leak and not the budget itself, which again, we explained why we didn't bother on the podcast, is because it was nothing.
So dull. Fuck me.
Political journalism that is completely abstracted from policy, which was not the norm before 2017, has become the default.
What?
Impossible to have a serious attempt to either shrink what the state does or widen the tax base on that basis. Keir Starmer has said a number of things in his speech today where you look at it and go, this is complete nonsense that isn't backed up by anything the government is actually doing, all going essentially unscrutinised. Yes, no one is paying attention to what the government is doing, Stephen. That is absolutely the problem. Thank you for being here to tell us all we're doing it wrong.
Yeah, just we pay attention for our fucking sins. This is such an exhausting category, because it's just half of it. It's just,
Yeah, I mean, like, basically his problem is that they can't get the toothpaste back in the bottle. All of the media went absolutely fucking hog wild in the Corbyn years, just putting any old shit that they could think of, like, backbench MPs screaming in terror that the Stalinists left were going to come and put them in the gulag. And yeah, that shit all just went to print, and apparently you can just keep doing that once you elect your fucking guy as leader of the Labour Party and then Prime Minister, and Stevie Bush is upset. Oh no, people aren't actually doing journalism anymore. Well, wouldn't that have been a nice thing for you to have actually observed any time between now and in the last 10 years? Oh well.
Done. On Starmer, the core problem for Starmer is what made him Labour leader and Prime Minister was his ability to judge what the audience in front of him wanted to hear, to work out which narrative would get him to the next step on the board. But you can't run a country on storytelling.
He told everyone what they wanted to hear, despite the fact that being Labour leader, every single fucking word he said was broadcast on like national television and in the newspaper and on Twitter, on Blue Sky, and like somehow, this is now bad because you can't run a country like this, motherfucker. You can't run a party like this.
Yeah. And finally, on from a thing a while back, I think we spoke about this. It was about Reeves wanting people to invest more. Like, they should do that as a regular thing. Normal people should invest, etc. And there was a poll by YouGov that said 55% of people say they are unwilling to invest money in stocks and shares, presumably because they don't fucking have any. To which Stephen's take was, why did I check the quote tweets on this? I knew they were going to depress me, just wall-to-wall people who are going to be poorer than they should be in old age, who think that invest more in stocks and shares ISAs is some kind of spiz charter and not, important advice. Motherfucker, that is not the important part that you have picked up on.
Yeah, I mean, also, who the fuck has money to invest in, anything?
Exactly. I mean, that's really it, isn't it? Like, I mean, these people aren't fucking saving because they can't, so you're getting on at them for thinking that investing in stocks and shares is a solution to that problem is a dog shit solution. Fuck you. So, again, very limited in this. However, I do have something to pad this out a little bit. Do not shame me for that, Jamie.
Chum. I love the chum.
Yeah.
No.
Give me.
It is a secret 5th nominee in the category of noticing things.
Oh, good.
I found something strange on my back, and eventually I just couldn't ignore it. That's some noticing by Adrian Chiles.
Oh, he's too beautiful
the man,
for this
the
world.
legend.
I boiled my wooden spoons, and what emerged from them will haunt me forever. Adrian Chiles. I've learned a new word, and now I'm seeing the people it describes everywhere. Steady on, Adrian Chiles. On my motorbike, I did a road journey in England avoiding motorways and discovered a whole new country. Look at all the noticing that Adrian Chiles does. The wholesome
what a
noticing.
delightful man.
Right, give it to him.
He's not even... that's the first time I've seen someone use basically the official title of Anywhere But Westminster, but I want to read it and it sounds delightful.
Yeah, I just
Starter cushions and bedspreads. Can someone explain to me what they're for?
Yeah, just give it to him. I'm sick of all these other fucking pricks, and frankly, we don't need to hear about whoever Rob was going to nominate.
No,
you know what I mean?
the right-in candidate is looking like they're going to win it at this point.
Yeah,
it's actually in first minute because
carried.
he's actually. We should fucking crown him God King of this idiot country, and everything would be better.
I have lost all faith in zips. Adrian Chiles.
It's WinRAR all the way, baby. Oh.
Especially if you don't pay for it.
Or is he more of a tar.gz, man?
All right, Rob, back to the misery.
No, don't. No, I'm
fuck
going
it.
on strike.
Adrian
I'm
Childs,
giving it.
all in favour?
Yeah, aye.
All right, cool. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
fuck you, Jonathan
Adrian, on the one sincere award we've ever given out.
Yeah, for the act. Yeah.
We love when you notice stuff.
Almost feel bad for giving it to him.
Almost.
No, it can be a good award this year.
Yeah.
We make the rules.
Give one nice.
It's true. All right, so then, the next category.
Apologise for the
best
cavalcade of fucking noise I'm making on these recordings, but it's fucking Christmas. You can fight me if you don't like it. Oh, shit, no, the wife listens to this, doesn't she? Fuck.
Yeah.
Can I come and live with one of you?
Hello, and thank you for choosing Podcasting is Praxis. Our podcasters are experiencing an unusually high volume of unfunny bits at the moment, so you've been placed in a queue. Your patronage is important to us, and I need to inform you of the great benefits you freeloaders are missing out on by not subscribing on Patreon. A back catalogue of premium episodes, plus
2 bonus episodes
every month, ad-free regular episodes, plus you get access to our Discord, which, in addition to being able to harass the Praxis cast crew with your favourite Star Wars characters, will allow you to listen to all of your favourite cutting room floor moments, such as... and...
Fuck off, Alistair.
Subscribing lets us create more of these hilarious moments, so please do subscribe for just $5 a month on patreon.com/praxiscast. And now, back to the episode.
Alright, the next category. The penultimate category. The Best Programme to Improve Britain award. We didn't name this one.
Noel's house party.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, we have...
the Mr. Blobby Saturday Night Special.
It's unsettling because the first one we have here is the youth strategy. Secondly, we have the home building misery. We have planning laws that have just completely defied and destroyed nature. And finally, the shoplifting strategy tied in with general judicial reform.
3 out of 4 of them, actually, we've talked about on previous episodes, some of which are premium ones. So, this Christmas or this post-Christmas, whenever the fuck this comes out, patreon.com/praxiscast. Buy yourself
2026, aka post-Christmas 2025.
Shut up. Just whenever.
5. Anyway, in the spirit of, we just talked about this on the previous premium episode, and it would be bad business practice to just rehash it now for free. The youth strategy was a big load of old shit. So there you go.
Yeah.
No, it was to give you to sum it up. Basically, it was, what if we promised teenagers today that teenagers 10 years from now would have an extra 30 quid each per annum spent on job centres. That was basically the pitch.
That is pretty much the gist of it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna pitch that to the people who will be old, like will not be children. Expressly will not be children in 10 years' time. That in 10 years' time, children will have an extra job centre. You know what I mean? And and that'll hopefully paper over literally everything the Labour Party are and do. Just in time for them to win the next election off the back of votes for 16-year-olds. So, yeah. Complete fucking shit, basically. But
yeah, dog shit. Like classic Labour dog shit of like announcing we're doing something really grand and we're making life better for everybody. And then like when you poke even mildly into the details, then it all just falls to shit. I hate these people so much.
Yeah, so our next entrant, home building in the UK. Again, another topic that we covered earlier this year. But I found a report that talked about how UK house building went in 2025 and into 2026. Will it surprise you to learn that the house building of this period, I should say, is not going to surpass the house building of 2023 into 2024. It is very fucking funny. Yeah, what a
among
surprise.
us could have seen it coming, he said, pointing at this very podcast.
Yeah. So this report was from a place, I don't know, some people who called themselves Euroconstruct, which is a house building market forecaster.
Euroconstruct?
I'm a figment of your imagination, Jeremy. Come on.
Also, that's what people keep calling me online. They accuse me of being a Euro construct.
So, the report says the UK residential construction sector entered the final quarter of 2025 under significant strain. Despite government ambitions to deliver over 1.5 million new homes by the end of this parliament, the reality on the ground tells a different story. Weak housing activity, rising operational costs, and subdued buyer demand have combined to create one of the most challenging environments for house builders in over a decade.
Yeah, no
so
shit.
It's going very well, yes.
Yeah, just like exactly what everybody thought, because like you leave it to the private sector and you know, they don't want to deal because it cuts into their profits margin. They also can't deal because, you know, the fucking costs of labor and the cost of construction materials keep going up, and the cost of energy to produce those things keeps going up, and everything is just like fucking pile of old shit. Exactly, I'm going to say it one more time, like we said was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we killed a lot of newts.
There is the killing of the newts. We'll get onto the killing of the newts shortly, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get this entrant isn't going to get anything to do with the environmental concerns of the house building. Just whether or not we're actually managing to do it. The report continues. In the run-up to the 2024 election, both major parties pledged bold house-building targets. Labour set the most ambitious goal, delivering an additional 1.5 million homes in England by the end of 2029, which implies an average build rate of 300,000 completions. I assume it's meant to say per year over 5 years. The commitment formed a central pillar of its election platform and contributed to its victory. I examined the feasibility of this target in my June 2024 Euroconstruct article, and as anticipated, 17 months on, delivery is well off pace.
Yeah, no way. Sorry, I keep saying the same thing because it's just like this is just so. All of this is so fucking predictable.
Do we think that maybe they might have had more success reaching their target of an additional 1.5 million homes in England by the end of 2029 if they'd actually tried to do anything about it? Instead of just, we will say an extra 1.5 million homes and the private sector will provide that surely. As surely as the sun rises and sets, the private sector will do what is good for the people and not just, like, you know what I mean, hoover up any loose money they can see lying around and run off with it.
We obviously don't need them because the most efficient allocation of resources would have sorted out if we did.
Yeah, that's right. If we need an extra house for the people of Britain, we can just put a sloped hat on fucking West Street.
Can't believe you're trying to evict the clangers, but sure.
So back to the report. Net additional dwellings in England totaled 208,600 in 2024-25. So that was the previous year essentially. A 6% decline from the previous year that's 2023 to 24. This picture is further reinforced with official figures from the Department for Levelling Up, which is housing and communities. Real. Yeah, which they've apparently smashed together like fucking Dosak.
The Duluch?
Yeah, literally, Duluch. Showing
that is a Klingon word, surely.
David, over to you.
Probably.
Showing that total completions in England dropped to 70,670 in the first half of 2025, down 12.6% in the same period a year earlier. At the current pace, the wider 2025-26 edition of dwellings are unlikely to surpass 2023-24, which was at 221,000, which is even lower than the 300,000 government benchmark. I mean, I could just keep going from this fucking report because it's fucking hilarious, but I don't think you want me to just keep reading from this thing. But suffice to say, yeah, the private sector is not going to fucking do it.
No.
The UK house building plan, such as it is a steaming pile of shit because we refuse to let councils build fucking council houses.
I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I could stand to hear another half hour or so of that.
I mean,
even if we gave councils permission
as
to
well.
like build the fucking things, it wouldn't happen because I say again, they have no fucking money.
Yeah. And of those houses, like, how many of them are actually social housing in any way, shape, or form? That is to say, not fucking affordable housing.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any questions at this time.
Probably wise.
Yeah, very wise.
Yeah,
Anyway,
dog shit policy.
Yeah. Should we talk a little bit about some fucking newts? Because we didn't talk about this yet, but I wanted to bring it up. This is the god-awful planning and infrastructure bill, which fortunately for, David applies mainly in England, less much because nature has devolved to Scotland and Wales. But it's still being rammed through
I'm pretty
Parliament,
sure it's
even though
evolved, mate.
Yeah.
It's still being rammed through Parliament. It's going to get assent, I think, probably pretty soon. Like, if you need a very basic summary, what it does, when the UK left the EU, it took, basically, it just kind of copy-pasted all of the nature protection stuff because, the Boris government didn't have the time or the inclination to really change these things. And now, instead of, taking those, which are already not good enough and leading to severe declines in Europe, is about to replace them with even more insane and stupid things that don't work. And will make the vastly depleted, horribly, not well managed, underfunded nature of the UK even worse, which is almost guaranteed to happen. So the current framework for if you want to build somewhere, let's say if you want to build one of your new Barratt Homes neighborhoods for the 1.5 million homes, it's a hierarchy, right? It's called avoid, minimize, mitigate, offset. So if you can avoid damage to chalk streams or rare species or whatever, you should. If you can't avoid it, you minimize it. If you can't minimize it, you mitigate it, i.e. you build some other stuff somewhere else. You try to work around it as best you can. And if none of that works, you do offset, which is to say, okay, you destroy this fucking chalk stream, but maybe you try to fix one somewhere else or something, right? Offsetting.
Build your own chalk
carbon
stream,
offsetting. Yeah. And the new framework basically just kind of goes, fuck it. Why don't you just do offsets everywhere all the time via what Labour is now calling a nature recovery fund, which essentially means that if you are a developer and you want to build in a site where fucking rare species live, or there's a tunnel with some bats that the fucking sun has their fucking sights on, which means instead of protecting what is there, you pay into some nebulous fund, you destroy whatever the fuck is there, and then that fund will build some other nature in some other place.
Which always
You
ends
break it, you buy it,
well.
but you buy it at an extremely fucking discounted rate.
Yeah, it's like a fucking nature buyout clause, but the most obvious problem with this is you can't. There are a lot of places in the UK where you cannot replace like for like. It's not like there are the sites that you destroy are there for specific, sometimes historical, sometimes climatological reasons. You can't just pick shit up and move it, or just build a new where somewhere down the road, because it doesn't work that way. And especially in the case of species, if there's rare birds nesting in a site, it doesn't mean if you build a new site 20 miles down the road that the birds will go there, because it's not part of their fucking habitats. Sometimes it is, but, not that any of us are going to fucking find out about any of this, because this new bill, unless the law was changed recently, they also dropped the requirement for, builders specifically, or, project developers, to do ecological site surveys. So even if you were
Jesus
going to offset,
Christ.
if you don't know what you're destroying, how will you ever offset it?
That's dead easy. You submit a nil return.
Oh no, it gets even better. This is a little bit from, George Monbiot, who is a man of very mixed opinions. But when he's talking about nature, he's worth reading. Quote Monbiot, even if a huge impact is somehow identified, the bill insists that the levy for offsetting the habitat destruction cannot be high enough to make the development economically unviable. So you could destroy the most precious thing in the world, but then you just say, well, this is too expensive for us to replace. And then, DEFRA will say, oh yeah, we agree with that. And then, it's just fucked.
Does that mean, I'm allowed to, bulldoze a free port and build houses on it? You know what I mean? Because, Replacing the Fabergé egg habitat would be too pricey.
Yeah, Fabergé egg habitat and their natural predators, the briefcase wankers.
And even if you did do some impact monitoring, or if you wanted to, who's going to do it? The fucking council. Council doesn't have any money. So and that shit is expensive because you need to send like people into the field for a couple of days to like double count and make sure that everything's on the up and up. And now that NGOs, the National Trust, the RSPB, and everyone who is not fucking Barrett Homes is a blocker, not a builder. The government during this whole process has simply chosen not to meet with any of them ever, or like have one meeting with them and then literally 20 with like developer organizations.
Ugh.
Just to give you like a brief sort of pointed example, Vistry, which is another fucking hideous housing company, Vistry, which is planning to build 1,200 homes outside Newton Abbot in Devon, sent in bulldozers to within feet of a 2,000-year-old protected ancient wetland last month. They wanted planning conditions protecting the 2,000-year-old site lifted, and have said that they are in contact with Labour housing ministers, seeking to help them sort out the current blockages and expedite the project. So when Rachel Reese talks about being on the side of the builders, not the blockers, what she means, she's on the side of bulldozing a 2,000-year-old protected ancient wetland, which is irreplaceable. You cannot move that down the road. If you build a new
Massive
wetland,
fucking carbon sink.
Yeah. But what's it done for us lately?
Yeah. I mean,
sink carbon mainly.
Okay, but have you considered we could put a data center on there and produce even more carbon?
Yeah, I mean, basically all of this is overseen by one of the genuine fucking Captain Planet level villains of this fucking administration, Housing Secretary Steve Reed. I think he's still at DEFRA, he moved from DEFRA, but like he's now at Housing, but he was at DEFRA before, who also, quote The Guardian, has told Labour MPs to vote down an amendment to the new planning bill intended to protect British wildlife and its habitat from destruction.
Cool.
Because the House of Lords, put an amendment and passed it that said maybe, you do have to protect emblematic species, dormice, badgers, hedgehogs, otters, nightingales, the species that like you see on fucking, like your mum's calendar in the bog. Even those are fucking, those are still the blockers. So according to Steve Reed, those can all fucking die as well.
Badgers and the blockers. Don't they know what happens when you start threatening the badgers? Like, they militarise. We've been over this.
Yeah,
what happens if you build...
praxiscastle.tmo.com.
What happens if you build a massive factory over the top of a habitat of the hedgehog?
Basically,
I hope Rachel Reeves has a lot of gold rings to be giving out.
I'm gonna make a. Hang on, I'm just gonna quickly a message to my darling wife, who I love very much, to just make a note of this bit so I can put the Green Hill Zone music behind it.
It's my edit.
All right, well then, fucking, she's still gonna check it.
You
probably,
do it.
I don't know. Yeah, you fucking do it. Like,
Mate.
Yeah. In short, for like a small crumph and inadequate level of growth, and some houses being built that are not affordable and you will not live in, this government is just more than happy, keen even to just set whatever remains of the natural world in the UK, which I remind you is not a lot, just on fucking fire. And the only reason the worst bits of this bill was stopped was because of really well coordinated rage and anger from like all the NGOs, nature NGOs you can possibly imagine, the general public, and weirdly enough, one of the hereditary peers, the Bishop of Norwich in the House of Lords, who did one of the crucial amendments. Christ knows why, but here we are. The bad news is they may try again to do the rest of this terrible garbage in 2026.
Deep joy.
Awful. Yeah. Awful. These people need to be stopped. Legally.
There's
by
no
the ballot
growth
box.
on a dead planet.
Well, last up then for this award is the shoplifting strategy and judicial reform. I don't know, like long-time listeners might remember the fuck awful documentary that Rob thought would be a good idea for us to watch about fucking mall cops.
Oh yeah, back in
Yeah.
the million thousand times years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, those were halcyon days. Everything was actually better then.
Good.
Because everything just gets worse. So like we covered the shoplifting strategy. I think I cannot remember, a while ago. But since we watched that documentary, we've had that strategy. We had Kemi Badenoch saying that actually it would be really cool and good, and she definitely would tackle a shoplifter to the ground if she's seen one, because again, she is the MP for fucking Facebook.
Yeah, all right, Kemi. You're not on Harriet Harman's website now, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
We also covered the prisoner workfare in Iceland. You know, you get sentenced to a fucking sentence for a minor crime. You're
sentenced to a back shift.
Yeah. Just absolutely incredible way to devalue work by saying it is literally a punishment and then expecting employees to turn up and be paid fucking minimum wage for it. Great job there, troops. So yeah. I've also just noted Alcatrazda. I don't think we made that joke at the time.
No, we didn't.
No.
Go back and suggest that as an episode title.
So yeah, since then shoplifting has somehow been made more illegal than it already was, which last I checked was illegal, which will somehow, lead to more convictions, which it may make serious enough in some cases to actually refer to a jury trial, except it won't, because we're going to do away with those too. So it all just keeps getting better. You can have a harsher sentence passed with no jury because it will still be a magistrate that does it, or it won't be, but you'll still not get a fucking jury, which is excellent. And this also ties in with our good friend AI, because of course it fucking does.
Oh, of course, fuck my life.
Part of the anti-shoplifting measures that is not so much being pushed by the government, but being pushed by retailers for very obvious reasons, I'm sure you'll assume, is the default installation of facial recognition software in shops with their camera systems, because of course they would love that shit. They're not just going to use it for anti-theft or anything like that. It's going to be so that they can data harvest your ass when you go to the shops.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just going to enjoy a little tangent here where I go off on the fucking automatic barriers at the checkouts. Go and fuck yourself. I am sick of these cunt fucking mechanisms. I will not bow to the robot in any fucking form. The cunt machine you make me scan everything with that keeps fucking beeping at me and talking back at me and not fucking realising the bag's already in the fucking thing. That's bad enough. Keeping me fucking prisoner in the pen where you keep them. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I
and also
fucking
for
hate those barriers.
And if nothing else, those barriers make the godly humans subservient to the machine, because it then becomes like some fucking poor service worker's job to check out whether or not the despicable machine is correct or not. Yeah.
So some shops, I know there's a Tesco up here has one where you need to scan your receipt to get out. Again, you have walked 2 steps from the machine and it wants you to scan the receipt. Go fuck yourself. But
isn't the receipt optional?
Yes, the receipt is optional, yes. This is the most infuriating fucking
See,
part of that system.
I would deliberately say, no, I don't need a receipt every time, and then make someone come and open the fucking barrier for me. Do you know what I mean? I
just push through the barrier. Like, I don't give a fuck, I'll just push right through. No one has stopped me yet. Fuck it. Like, you will not fucking be my overlord. Go fuck yourself. The other one as well, though, is that some other places, I've noticed this one, especially in Asda, because they've got the cameras on the till, so that it's constantly forcing you to deal with fucking selfie face, where you're fucking proper front camera screen open flashbang shit, where you're trying to just get your fucking messages. I hate it so much. But those have those, and then you don't need to scan your receipt to get out. It just seems to know when you are there. How does it do this?
Through Jihad?
No, absolutely not. I fucking wish. No, it's obviously some kind of monitoring system that is watching you go from the till that's been paid, so that it then opens the thing up. And they have a really annoying one where you can't fucking just budge through it. It's like fucking Star Trek ass doors. So you need to actually fucking get your claws in and wedge the cunt apart like fucking Worf. Oh, anyway, sorry. Just I every time I go to the shops is a fucking trial now.
No, this podcast is, as we've said many a time, about airing beef, and this counts.
My beef is with the robot. Fuck
It
the
should
robot.
be. Fuck the robot.
Anyway, back on topic, AI. So we have also talked about the joys of AI being used in many ways in prisons. So we talked about the early release fuck-ups. Well, guess how they're fixing that with AI. How that's going to fuck things up. I really genuinely don't understand how adding AI into the mix of we keep releasing prisoners early, what do, having any sort of good solution off the back of that. So good luck.
It'll tell them to release prisoners that don't exist, thereby like fucking preventing the release of actual prisoners.
Oh yeah, so the wrongful prisoner release rate will go up, but the actual amount of prisoners being released,
Yeah.
as a proportion of, There was an ask by Shabana Mahmood, like a little while ago, back in May, I think, to get help from big tech to create prison outside of prison.
already have
yeah,
that.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So this is about getting AI to deal with things like tags and effectively doing turbo surveillance on prisoners that are not actually in prison, which, again, we don't need to do. This is kind of a solved problem. It's called a tag and house arrest. Like, this has already been solved as a problem if you want to see this as some sort of problem to be solved. AI will not really make this any better. It will, again, just increase the amount of data going into the hands of fucking tech companies. Also, and this is the last one I'm going to mention here because it is absolutely the worst one, the government put a press release back in July, AI to stop prison violence before it happens.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sure.
Yes,
Cool.
it's
Yeah,
straight
why
up
not?
fucking Minority Report shit all in the prisons. That's so cool and good. We really, really do love to see that. And it is entirely based on feeding a bunch of fucking data in about prisoners, who they are, probably what fucking race they are, because let's face it, it's the Home Office, they're going to do that kind of shit. And the AI will tell you whether or not they're likely to be violent with specific other people. How it figures that out doesn't matter, don't worry about it. The fact of the matter is there will be less violence because they have predicted there will be less violence.
Okay, well, cool. Now I've learned about, the fucking ending of the curse of violence, It's... The AI has simply given me the fucking formula for prosium, so I assume the world we live in is perfect now.
Yeah. Part of that, another AI tool will be able to digitally scan the contents of mobile phones seized from prisoners to rapidly flag messages that could provide intelligence on potential crimes being committed behind bars, such as secret code words. In other words, if your inmate says LOL, what they're actually saying is...
Oh, for fuck's sake, are we doing this again?
Yeah, we're doing this again. Yeah, really, really cool. Very good. Just truly, we live in utter fucking hell. And every level of the hell in which we live gets made worse all the time. So, that's before. As a reminder, youth strategy, home building, planning laws, and the shoplifting and judicial reform strategy.
I'm feeling like it's got to be the planning laws because that is just the ultimate in short-termist growth at the expense of the expense of next week. Build houses on the fucking wetlands. Fuck them. Fuck all the things that live there. Fuck the carbon sink. Build, baby.
it's a very strong contender, but I do find it, I don't know, that youth strategy we discussed the other week is so insulting. Like, I find that hard to get across, but I'm happy to go with, like, this, you know, this is a short-term podcast for short-term people with short-term memories, so, like...
I mean, the thing about the
he
youth
said
strategy
recording
thing is
in
that...
hour 5 or whatever the fuck we're on now, but yeah.
No,
The thing about that youth strategy, which we go into on the premium episode, is that it's never going to happen. Like it's just fucking not. Like it's just nothing. But whereas
it's
this
nothing
is
as well.
very,
Yeah,
is very very real and very very dangerous in equal measure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy to go with the planning laws being the worst piece of shit that they've put out there to make things better in Britain.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
congratulations
All right.
to Checks Notes, the Labour Party.
Congratulations to you too, the listener, for achieving the final award. Not achieving it, you didn't win it, but you have got there.
Congratulations
So,
to
this
us
is-
for achieving the final award, for still being here.
I'm pretty sure the thesis of this podcast is that we can go and fuck ourselves. So this is, as always, the final award, which is the fuck off award. The thing that we want to fuck off the most.
To just go away. Just fuck off. Fuck off.
Yep. So I will start with the winner, which is AI. And
Yes.
then we'll move on
All right.
to
Bye.
the Labour,
All right.
the Labour government, Blue Sky, and the news agents.
Listener, I just want to let you know that for the Blue Sky section, that was Jamie's. There's just a picture of Goku.
Yeah, and?
He did his homework, leave him alone. So, for AI, so, like, see the last fucking part of this episode and also this one. Every
And
time it's been
also
mentioned, it's
A
shit.
year's worth of
Like,
episodes.
yeah,
just-
like 90% of the podcast by weight this year has been about fucking AI.
Yeah,
I hate
literally
it.
any time someone has credited 404 Media, like, just honestly, what a big shout out to 404 Media. Like, they do an incredible job of keeping on top of all this shit, and it's about the only reason that I know half of the horrors that I do.
Yeah.
So, thank you and fuck you, but mostly thank you. The AI therapists is like a huge standout on that front. Like, it is ridiculous how genuine, I'm saying problematic, but like how like sincerely I mean the word problematic that those are. Like, it is beyond belief how much damage that those things are causing.
And how much damage they will continue to do, because like no one's fucking reining any of this shit in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's a couple of lawsuits going on, but like, you know, whether or not that'll actually achieve anything.
Yeah, but like
Also worth
the
noting that-
baffling amount of credulity of like every fucking, you know, dipshit out of ideas, stupid ass, you know, liberal government in the world is like, oh, this is the future. You know, this fucking, you know, out of control Markov chain must be God.
Yeah. Like, on the therapist thing, if you go to Wikipedia, there is an article that is just deaths linked to chatbots. In 2025 alone, there are 9 suicides and 2 murders attributed to, or, you know, exacerbated by chatbots.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Yeah, just it's
Yeah.
so bad. Like, it's unbelievably destructive and bad for the environment and bad for the planet and bad for the intellectual life on this planet and bad for the thinking, and it's bad for the
And
children, it's bad for the adults, and it's bad for the grandparents. It's just
And it's going to be bad for everyone who has like a job in like the email factory, because when it inevitably runs out of steam and people go, hey, this is actually a whole heaping pile of shit. Yeah, that's going to be a recession, especially considering like some, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but some stupendous amount of American GDP growth in the last year has been specifically because of all the fucking data centers that they've been building and, you know, extraneous AI bullshit on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, just generally, I mean, obviously that's like the most fucking severe end of it, but just generally on a everything is shit now kind of note. Everything is shit now, and everything gets more and more shit as the days go on. Like, and it's almost always because of AI being inserted in something that previously fucking worked. Windows has been a piece of shit for as long as I can fucking remember, and I can remember back to fucking 95.
Yeah,
So,
hard same. I
it's
can
never
remember
been
back
great.
to 3.1. Beat that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
3.11, I should say.
Okay,
but yeah.
Grandad. Well, like, it has always been shit to some degree and in some
I
way, but it
remember
was always
Novell
some way that
Netwear.
you could...
Fuck you.
Right, here comes fucking the Methuselah of this podcast, like in his little fucking motor scooter.
Yeah,
It's always been dog
famous
shit.
for his motor scooter, that guy.
Yeah.
It's always been dog shit in some way or another, but you've always been able to roughly work around it. However, they are making it harder and harder to do so with every single attempt to fucking force AI on you. They're only pushing Windows 11 as hard as
the
they
year
are.
of Linux on the desktop.
Yeah, yeah. Save as Gabe. Like the state of Windows pushing 11 on as many people as possible because 11's got all the AI shit cooked into it. Not for any other reason, it's just because that's how they can shift Copilot. Like, go fuck yourself. Google
But even
can
then,
go
like
and
with
fuck
the
itself.
Copilot thing, there's now been any number of articles where like it's so clear that nobody wants Copilot, nobody's using Copilot, even when they like bundle it in for free with Office software to just like, for the love of God, get people addicted to the stupidity machine. It turns out everybody, even then, people fucking hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. It's just dog shit. It's bad. Google can also add itself to the list on things that can go and fuck themselves because of AI. I don't want that fucking result. I know there's a shortcut. Do you know what's really difficult? To get that fucking thing to happen on my phone by default. It's very fucking annoying. You are taking up my reading space. I am going to get to the actual result slower than the shit you have fed me. Fuck off. Stop putting it in everything.
I was on Google the other day because one of the patrons on the Discord mentioned that episode we did about the fucking moral something or other book, you know, by the Dutch guy.
Oh, Moral Ambition, Rutger Bregman, that fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
I Googled that to remind myself of, you know, things we've done on the podcast because I genuinely can't remember what we did like 2 hours ago, let alone like weeks. And the Google AI results said that guy had been on our podcast twice. So
What?
yeah.
Oh, cool. Can we sue Google for defamation? Fucking, back to the list of things that I'm fucking mad at here. Video games. Stop putting AI in video games. Stop fucking, like, using it as a development tool. Stop using it as something that actually you can maybe think you can kind of get away with when you put it out. Like, I quite like the look of that Arc Raiders. I think that looks like a lot of fun. However, I will not fucking buy it. I will not play it because there's fucking AI shit actively in the game as part of it. I don't care if it's fucking a minor little part of it. It is the thin end of a wedge.
Yeah.
Go and fuck yourself.
Do you remember when Fortnite added the AI Darth Vader and people got it to say slurs within about 20 minutes?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Fucking unreal. Generally, just the world of work, jobs, and especially CEOs right now, fuck off. Like, stop forcing this into fucking every single thing. All you are doing is making the experience of work, which famously we all love, even fucking worse. Like, there is nothing worse than having to babysit a fucking program. Not even someone that you could just punch if you lost it. You know what I mean?
I keep thinking back to that article. I know we talked about it this year about the guy who works at the insurance company and whose sole job is now like to remove the references to Gregory the Ghost Child because the stupid AI that the insurance company had just like puts that child into like every fucking report. So their job is just like walk around and just sit in their cubicle and just like grasp with like the sort of fucking intellectual nihilism of your job being to remove Gregory the Ghost Child from all the reports because it's just in there, baked in there for no good reason.
Yeah, it's a complete fucking waste of time. It's been proven time and time again there are no efficiencies to be made, but everyone's so fucking sold on it up at the fucking corporate level that we just have to go fuck off. Deal with it. Just fuck off. And finally, just generally the enshittification of like pretty much every fucking app. I do not want to install the update. Stop telling me I can no longer use the fucking app because I haven't put in the shitty update. Like, why have you made that stop working? Fuck off. I will not engage with the AI component of the app that you have just given me, and I'll look for an alternative. Fuck you. Anyway, if AI does fuck off, it's going to basically delete the West as a concept, hopefully. So, like, yeah, because when that bubble bursts, everything's going to go pretty tits up and honestly good.
Yeah, it needs the abominable machine needs to be destroyed, but does it need to be destroyed and fucked off as much as my candidate, which is this Labour government?
Yes, it needs to, because the Labour government will take care of itself on that matter.
It's a fair point, but still, if this podcast is, as JB was saying, 90% AI hatred by weight, then surely the other 10% must be just about this utter bunch of reprehensible cunts and just the damage they're doing. And I do think that, like, I don't know, this pod is kind of whatever the fuck we want it to be, but it is at least in part sort of a chronicle of these people and their just endless capacity for just cruelty and mediocrity, like, mercilessly sink together, because their policies are either viciously awful and horribly cruel, you know, to poor people, to immigrants, asylum seekers, job seekers, young people, trans people, people protesting against the genocide, like literally anybody who is not the worst fucking, you know, your dad alone at Christmas because the family genuinely cannot fucking bear being around them anymore, mixed with this utter unbelievable mediocrity and lack of vision or purpose. And, you know, I know I'm going to reference it one more time. This, you know, the youth strategy we talked about the other day, where it's just like 500 million, what was it again? It was £15 per year per child for the next 4 years. And that, like, this is sold to you like this fucking gargle of piss is sold to you as like fucking, you know, water from the cup of Christ that'll heal fucking Sean Connery. Like, it's fucking, it's insanity. You may not have noticed it, but I assure you this is true. Since September of this year, right around the time where, you know, senior Labour MPs started urging Keir Starmer to make no more mistakes, he announced that we are now, you know, and you will have felt it in every corner of your life that is touched by this government, that this is phase 2 with a, quote, relentless focus on delivery. That is... This is the world we live in now.
Delivery drivers on high alert.
Did he mean Deliveroo?
Just, have you noticed your life getting better? Or does it just seem more shit every day, but with like just the worst people in the world, like these Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves, just like spouting slogans that they don't really understand, and just like fucking cozying up to business and being about growth, like fucking demon child Wes Streeting, who, as of latest reading, is like once again yelling at doctors saying, get back to work. No, I'm not going to pay you. How about go fuck yourself? And then like there's the whole supporting fucking cast of monsters who deserve almost their own fucking podcast episodes, but we never properly get around to them because there's just like fucking, you lift up a fucking floor tile and there's like a million of the fucking cockroaches around there. There's Stephen Reed, Lisa Nandy, Pat McFadden. I don't even have time to go through all their crimes because there's too many of them and I'm really tired. I hate these people. I hate them so unbelievably much. It's like, this is the death of fucking, the third way or social democracy or fucking neoliberalism or whatever you want to call it. There's no more ideas. All these people have left is just... What's good? It's the machine and the crushing of people beneath the wheels and the state. And the only thing that's left is just endless repression. Repression of your sexuality, repression of your desire to see a genocide, and repression of your wish as a young person to fucking have a place to go outside and sit somewhere without some fucking cop hassling you. Repression of workers, repression of everybody who is not a fucking white male landowner, homeowner in their 50s, and either you fucking break, you're deported, or at long last you snap and you become the ideal subject of capitalism and you get a fucking mortgage for your multi-generational mortgage, for your Barra home, and you fucking live in there and just you become a miserable cunt and a reform voter. Because that's at the end of this fucking road. If these people aren't shifted out and fucked off, they will hand over the country to somehow even worse people. Because that's what it's going to fucking do. And I'll give you, I'm at the end, but the one silver lining I'll give you as a present is that everybody hates these people. Every poll shows that they are loathed and despised beyond, measure. And that's great. But on the other hand, a lot of those people want to vote for reform. So,
I am once again stating that there is no difference between liberalism and fascism. They are simply two parts of one spectrum.
Just fuck off. That's my candidate. It's almost impossible for me to describe the depths of my loading to these people.
Cool. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. So the thing I want to see fuck off is Blue Sky. Because it's just fucking shit, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It was good for a while. It was oh, there's an alternative to Twitter. And all you've got to do to make it palatable is run off Jack Dorsey, which we did. Do you know what I mean? He got out, early on because it's what the fuck? There are minorities on this platform? I didn't sign up for this. Where are all the crypto bros? Well, it turns out they're still on Twitter. So, yeah, he fucking left and is now doing, vibe coding a fucking nuclear deterrent or whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't care. But, Blue Sky was okay for a while, and then November 2024 rolled around, and just all the liberals in the world moved over after seeing the result of the US election, and feeling that, it was just bad form now, finally, that fascism had won. It was bad form to be on the social media platform expressly for fascists, giving them fucking aid and comfort. So now they've moved over to Blue Sky, and all of the fucking devs of Blue Sky more than happy to just tidy the place up for their new fucking, melt cunt benefactors. So, we just see the repeated harassment and banning of people from all manner of oppressed groups, with a particular focus on Palestinians. The Blue Sky devs absolutely fucking hate to see a Palestinian with a Blue Sky account. They can't abide it at all. Ban them constantly. Basically, the gimmick there is they banned them all initially for they were spamming because lots of middle class white people complained about them trying to fundraise. So that was spam. So we banned them all for that, and then when they came back, well, now they're evading a ban. So, tut. Do you know what I mean? But also they regularly ban high-profile trans posters, high-profile fucking black members of the community have been banned, and the devs just ignore any complaints or requests from the fucking user base. They let Nazis and incels and misogynists and fucking dickheads of all flavors just run wild on there, because you can have a block list, and police the thing yourself, and then you only see who you want to see. But then they ban people for making block lists because the block lists are abusive, by which they mean they ban the block list blocks people who that person doesn't want to see, but who are journalists or middle class people or liberals, and that's abusive because it makes those people sad, and they're more important. One white liberal is more important than any amount of oppressed groups to the Blue Sky fucking staff. So it just, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can moderate your own experience, but not if it upsets any fucking melts who are really, really mad that someone on the internet doesn't want to hear them just asking questions and challenging them to a rigorous debate. And the devs just repeatedly having meltdowns all the fucking times when challenged on this shit. With a particular focus on the head of trust and safety, wanking Aaron Rodericks, who just cannot put his fucking dick down long enough to do his fucking job. Just an absolute worst cunt. Just an absolute worst cunt. His most recent endeavour was taunting someone who had been suspended for angry posting, basically, because her husband had been abducted by ICE, and she vented about this on the platform and was given a suspension, and then returned from that suspension, and you know what I mean, posted at the head of trust and safety, you know what I mean, saying it was outlandish for her to be banned under those circumstances. To which he replied with a photograph of David Beckham, from that fucking documentary.
Oh yeah,
Be honest written under it, and it's do you know what I mean? And is she is he implying that she's lying about her motives or the fact that her husband was abducted? Doesn't really matter, does it? It's not fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's not how you run trust and safety on a social media platform. But also, it's well, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed. Oh, we banned all these people for posting about Charlie Kirk because you can't post about people dying. That's just bad. It's rude. It's unsavory to go on there and post because that's bad and it will upset people. But there are numerous American government departments on there with blue ticks because they added blue ticks just for the American government, I believe. That will happily go out there and post actual footage of Venezuelan fishermen being struck by missiles, and that's apparently allowed. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, Blue Sky, where it was once, you know what I mean, an alternative to the fascist platform, is just now desperate to be the next fascist platform because they see it as a growth market. So, yeah, fuck it, and you know what I mean, all who sail in it, frankly.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, there's only one good place to post, and that's the Praxies Cast Discord.
This is true.
Patreon.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Discord can fuck that up sooner or later.
Yeah, it's.
Please don't. I don't even want to contend with the idea of it. Please don't. I have enough demons in my head after 6 fucking awards.
That's it. We're moving back to something awful, baby.
The least problematic posting place in the world, they're calling it.
No, for real though, as a success, as you know what I mean, one of the few successful Goon projects, can we demand our own subforum?
Right, it's the final candidate for the final category, and it's the newsagents. We've already talked a bit about.
Okay, they win. Good night.
Yeah,
no, they do.
We've already talked about Lewis Goodall, but honestly, just the entirety of the newsagents as an ongoing thing, it's in this weird in between space between your mainstream news desk TV media and a podcast. It is a podcast, but because it's obviously got these high up journalists who host it, it has this, but they're also trying to affect this more casual tone, and it's awful. It's they're fucking before we get into the actual content, I just want to beef about their fucking YouTube channel because it has all of the exact same soy-facing thumbnails you'd expect from a channel with videos like Uber driver suck me off. But it's a video about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Virginia Guthrie, and it's what the fuck is going on here, man? they have many crimes, but like just as an example of their actual content. The other day they had Patrick Maguire on who's from the Times. And just as an example of the kind of politics known that they're capable of, like as we know, Lewis Goodall was a contender for fuck, what was it? Excuse me, scrolling.
Scrolling.
As we know,
Rawhide.
As we know, Lewis Goodall was a contender for the Bobby Pesto Noticing Award. But the rest of them have a lot to answer for as well. They were talking about how Neil Kinnock spoke of loads of money, he of Harry Enfield. In 2025, Neil Kinnock speaking of a loads of money economy. And why shouldn't loads of money be a Labour voter? It is...
Oh my...
Just, I mean... He's as fictional as all the other Labour voters, so...
Yeah, and much like Lewis Goodall, it is the Neoliberalist Realism podcast. It's easier to imagine the end of the world than to imagine a political party that doesn't subscribe to the post-Thatcher global economy and world order. There was an interview that Lewis Goodall did with Zach Polanski in the newsagent's studio. It's sort of a one-to-one type thing. And Goodall was simply flabbergasted at the idea that anyone could suggest that perhaps NATO is no longer a useful or dependable defensive backstop. Like, if that's how you want to view it, as a result of an increasingly sclerotic US, like this unshakable idea that we are in league with the US no matter what they do. Like, it doesn't matter if they're fucking kidnapping people off the streets. It doesn't matter if they're saber rattling with all and sundry with Venezuela. They're trying to like swing their weight around with the EU, who are again supposed to be our fucking allies. Like Brexit notwithstanding.
Indeed, as the fucking US House of Representatives has just voted for a bill that would subject immigrant children to invasive body searches.
Yeah, I mean,
just let that sink in. Those are our allies in peace and democracy and freedom.
Yeah, I mean, you've got fuck's sake, my brain is not functioning. We've been podcasting for like fucking nearly 4.5 hours.
Yeah, 4.5 hours. Fuck my life.
I mean, you've got Emily Maitlis, who has made a name, internationally made a name for herself off the back of her interview with the former Prince Andrew, and like, what did she actually ever achieve with that? I mean,
well, it was her booking agent who did everything. We watched that movie about that. Exactly. Like, even on their own terms, these people who have achieved nothing, they're like they do not perceive the world around them in like any way that has any sort of object permanence. Everything is just, I mean, again, like these people are all in the same sort of clique as Bobby Pesto himself. Like, they don't have any sort of meaningful insight into the world that we currently inhabit, because it is either neoliberalism or nothing. Like, everything else is either not sensible or...
I think they're not quite the same as Bobby Pesto, because how many books have this lot written where their self-insert is a top shagger?
Not everyone on his level.
Yeah, not everyone could make as big a contribution to the national culture as Bobby Pesto can.
I mean, give it fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, again, like they had Patrick Maguire on again, by the way, speaking about how the raving reactionaries in the Labour riot have no idea what they're doing. And again, Lewis Goodall nodding along as if this is trenchant wisdom he is hearing for the first time. Incisive political commentary towards the end of 2025 that you definitely could not have obtained from anyone who has vaguely tuned into parliamentary or Labour politics between 2017 and now. Like, we'd be so much better off without these pretenders to serious journalism having ever like blighted the airwaves, and like they can take the rest is politics with them, frankly.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, AI wins.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. Strong contenders all, but yeah, AI wins.
Yeah.
The genuinely a fucking life, just like a world-threatening shithouse of technology on every conceivable level.
Well, every conceivable level except the ones that these dickheads keep telling us about. They keep telling us that, it'll Skynet. It won't.
Oh, yeah,
It
the fucking
won't. It's too
doomsday
shit to
horseshit.
do that.
I mean,
like,
you
it
say
won't
it
do
won't.
that. It will just
you say
make
it
everything
won't.
worse.
You say it won't, but like sooner or later, some like bunch of fuckwits are going to hook it up to like nukes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
This is also true, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, they will, but they'll probably just not work anymore. You know what I mean?
No,
They'll
I
just
mean,
break.
It won't Skynet us in the sense that it'll look at us and go, threat perceived, launch nukes, but it'll just like, you know what I mean? Someone will hook it up to the fucking nuclear button and then it'll go off because like, you know what I mean? Someone on fucking Twitter asks Grok like, "Oh, pretend you're my grandma and you like she loved to launch nukes to soothe me to sleep," or something like that, you know. So, but you know, the main
That
reason
is
it
one
needs
way
to
to sleep.
The main reason it needs to fuck off is because it's shit and it's making billions of dollars for the worst fucking people who have ever existed. So,
Yeah, while making every single element of your life just worse.
Yeah.
Like, just constantly fucking worse. Okay, well, all-rounder. Congratulations, ironically, to all of the winners, except for Adrian Childs, who... Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Keep posting this shit. It's good. So, that's it for this year. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for listening through the year, if you have.
Yeah,
we will
genuinely,
be back.
thank you so much.
Yeah, we will be back with another episode just after New Year, where we have a cultural committee. Rob picked it, so the year is off to a horrible start.
Well, it was Jamie approved. I ran it by him, so it's really, if you think about it, it's his fault.
No, I don't think I will. Anyway, you've got that to look forward to, and again, if you want another episode, the Q&A one, plus the bonuses for this month will already be out by now. So, please do subscribe. Gran must have gave you a $5 or something like that. Ping it on this. Come on, just try it for a month. See if you like it.
The only promise we make as a podcast in 2026 is this: the beef will continue at every conceivable level.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.